Hello, dear friends. Our theme for today pertains to something that is very close to my heart, a quality that I want to develop in myself continuously, but also one that I appreciate in everyone that I interact with, namely perseverance, persistence. And years ago I came across a little phrase composed of only two letters for each words of the entire sentence. And I found that extremely interesting. It simply says, if it is to be, it is up to me. Now we have to be careful with this, otherwise we'll think that everything that happens is because of us. Obviously we have to take the initiative, but we also need to do that under the pervasive will of Almighty God. And to the extent that we are operating under that umbrella, there is no question that our efforts will succeed. I like to see and to read about people of perseverance. One historical figure that comes to mind is William Wilberforce. Most of you know him by name, or at least know in what he was involved since the 18th century until part of the 19th century, when in his native England he was a member of Parliament. And practically from the very beginning, his main focus, his primary goal, was to achieve the abolition of the slave trade, which was so rampant at that time. And year after year after year, he lost. But he did not stop. He continued persisting. And it took him about 46 years, can you imagine? Until he succeeded. And it was not only the abolition of the slave trade, but also the abolition of slavery in his native country. And that unquestionably affected similar abolitions of slavery in other places around the world. Now, he is just one of many. Another historical figure that readily comes to mind is that of Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest United States presidents that ever occupied the White House. Lincoln had tried for political office many times, and he suffered defeat after defeat while trying for Congress, for the Senate, and finally for the presidency, which he won. And that was a great victory indeed. And as you well know, even from the little that you have heard about him, he was indeed a great president and left a tremendous legacy in the nation that he served so well. Going a step further in the same, especially in the 20th century, a name that comes to mind is that of Thomas Alva Edison. Perhaps he may not be known by name to some of you, but to many of you, I'm sure he is. He was the one that invented and developed the incandescent light bulb. And he made literally thousands of experiments without any success. But that did not stop him. When friends said, "Why are you doing this since you had so many failures?" And he very quickly responded, "At least we have these many numbers of failures that we know already not to be the right way. And we keep on pursuing until we find the right way." And he did. And today the world is blessed by what he succeeded in doing. And obviously we cannot refer to many more individuals around the world, whether inventors or discoverers, who went through many trials until finally they succeeded in achieving what was their goal. And I hope, dear friends, whatever your pursuit might be, that you will never give up, but persevere to the very end, and you have the joy of achievement. And the greatest thing is that what we achieved for the benefit of others, or even sometimes when we think without the effect that it might have on others, others are inevitably positively affected. So let us continue to be persistent, to be consistent, to persevere to the end in everything noble and good and honest that we try for our joy and for the benefit of as many people as possible. Thank you so much for viewing, and this coming week there will be something new for you to think about. Bye-bye.